Hello. So let me tell you a simple small topic today. So the topic today is why glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency leads to hemolysis. So glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase is an enzyme of a pathway called pentose phosphate pathway. Pentose phosphate pathway is an alternative pathway for glycolysis. So this enzyme converts glucose 6 phosphate to 6 phosphogluconate. During this reaction, it produces a molecule of NADPH. And this NADPH is very important for maintaining the integrity of RBC membrane. So what happens is, when this enzyme is deficient, NADPH levels will be very low. So when NADPH levels are low, hydrogen peroxide levels will increase. As hydrogen peroxide is an oxidative species, it can lead to oxidative stress, and which can in turn lead to hemolysis. So what exactly is the connection between NADPH and H2O2, that is hydrogen peroxide is? See, whenever there is partial reduction of oxygen in our cell, it leads to production of hydrogen peroxide. And this hydrogen peroxide is normally converted to water by certain antioxidants. One important antioxidant is called glutathione. Okay, so this glutathione is actually a tripeptide, and this glutathione will donate its hydrogen atom and reduce this hydrogen peroxide to form water and get itself oxidized. So the main purpose of NADPH is to replenish back the glutathione into its reduced state, as you see here. So if NADPH is very important for maintaining this glutathione in the reduced state. So that's what happens. So NADPH is very essential for maintaining the glutathione in the reduced state. For example, if you see here, if NADPH is not there because of this enzyme deficiency, if NADPH is not there, this glutathione levels will be very low. As glutathione levels are very low, that is reduced glutathione levels are very low, H2O2, that is hydrogen peroxide, cannot be converted to water. So hydrogen peroxide levels will increase in the cell. As I told you earlier, the increased hydrogen peroxide can lead to oxidative stress, which in turn can lead to hemolysis. So that's exactly the mechanism why G6PD deficiency causes hemolysis. Does this hemolysis occur always in a patient who is having the mutation? No. There are certain triggers for hemolysis in those patients who carry this mutation. There are two important triggers. One is drugs, one is infections. And one important interesting fact about G6PD deficiency is, if you see the G6PD deficiency prevalence, it is more prevalent in the areas where malaria is endemic. So they say that G6PD deficiency in a way can confer protection against malaria, as malaria needs RBC to proliferate or to multiply. So when this enzyme is deficient, the lifespan of RBC is somewhat shortened. So malaria cannot multiply. So it can offer protection against malaria. So that's why the prevalence of this enzyme deficiency closely overlaps with those areas where malaria is endemic. So thank you. Hope this was useful.